Are you looking to get a unique gift for a friend or a family member, but don't know how to outdo yourself from last year? If he or she drives a Tesla, your job is much easier than you may actually think. Let me give you some gift ideas that you may really like for almost any occasion. Hi, this is Alex, the host of Everything Tesla, a YouTube channel dedicated to Tesla owners and enthusiasts. I have hand-selected 5 different gift ideas from Evanex that will fit almost any budget and will make any Tesla owner very happy. So let's start with number 1, and it is probably one of the most popular aftermarket accessories that I've seen ever since Tesla Model S has come out, and that's a center console. I'm sure you've seen different variations, but this one from Evanex is probably one of the better ones, and it's also reasonably priced. As you know, there's a gaping hole right in between your seat and the passenger seat. And some of us embraced it. A lot of our wives and girlfriends put their purses in there, or you just use that space to put stuff in there and basically kind of not worry about making a mess because, you just have to make a mess there, right? But some people really want things a little bit more organized, right? So if you install this console, now you get the, everything's very much kind of streamlined, and most importantly, you get the cup holder, right? The cup holders have been one of the biggest complaints that Tesla owners have had ever since the Model S came out, and we all know that we always have to do this kind of thing to get our drink, and it's very uncomfortable. So this way, you now have a perfect location for your drink. And also you can see there is also a little compartment right there. You can put stuff on it or in it. You can close it or keep it open, whatever you prefer. Now also it does not interfere with the wiring from the cigarette lighter adapter or the USB ports there. So actually that was thought through very well. Though you can also run the cables through underneath the console all the way to the top of the console through a little hole that they have there, so it also looks very elegant. As you can see, they will match whatever the wood trimming that you have in your car. So in my case, you're looking at the video that was taped in my car, but whatever trimming you have, they will match and it will look like it really is part of your car. Now let me tell you another thing. When I got this thing in mail, I basically budgeted an hour and took a screwdriver with me to go downstairs and get it installed, and it literally took 30 seconds to install it. I didn't need to use a screwdriver. I just kind of inserted it in there and it fitted so perfectly that it really just kind of became part of the car. It wouldn't move. It just was fixed in that spot so perfectly. And again, if you look at it, it's just a perfect blend with the rest of the interior. So that's your number 1 gift. Now let's move on to another idea, which is Cubby Compartment. Now we all know that we use this little space under the large screen, right? It's very convenient. It's sort of the only small space we have if you don't have the center console. And as all of us know, whenever you take off, and we like to take off, we like to test our car's abilities, which are great. Everything that you keep in there keeps flying at you and it creates another mess. You have to look for it. A lot of times you have to stop the car, look for it somewhere in the dark on the back seat. It's really inconvenient. So problem solved with this Cubby Compartment from Evanex, and as you can see, they will also match the trim on the front, like the front plate will match the trim, and it will simply slide out where you can put whatever stuff you want in it and then go back in like a little drawer. Very convenient. It looks great. If anything, I would say it actually adds to the interior of your car, and it is something that again, any Tesla Model S or Model X owner can definitely use. All right, now let's move to something a little bit on a more, I don't want to say more affordable price, but definitely for 10 bucks, you can't go wrong with a gift for a Model S or Model X owner, and that's hooks, right? This is another, great gifts are the ones that solve a problem, right? This is another problem that we all have. We get into the car and we have either just a jacket to hang, or sometimes a real hanger and we have nowhere. We end up putting it in the back seat. It gets kind of crumbled in there. It slides off. It has been a problem. So problem solved with these hooks, and they sell them in two. They're very affordable, and it will solve another great problem that everybody has, right? Now, one side note I should mention is that these hooks you can only install them on the cars that have the panoramic roof. If you have a solid roof, then there's just no place to hook them in there. So unfortunately, if you have a solid roof, this feature, this option is not for you or whoever you're buying the gift for. So make sure that that car has a panoramic roof. Other than that, it takes like literally 3 seconds to install. There are two of them, and you can actually put them in two different spots on either side, so it's very flexible. And once again, it makes a great gift that solves a problem for any Tesla owner. All right, number 4, and this one actually takes a little bit more effort because you can give it as, you know, in a box, but it requires installation. And I'm talking about brake caliper covers. Now, I'm sure you've seen those cars that come with a performance package, and that will have the red paint almost on their brake on calipers, right? It looks very cool. But if you get a car that doesn't have that, you can still make it look just as good. Now, in my case, I believe it looks really good with tinted or gray, dark gray wheels, but you can put it on any car. And don't forget, you cannot just paint your calipers, because I mean the paint will melt as soon as you start using your brakes. So these are actually covers that go on top of the brake on the brake calipers, so they're not going to melt away or anything like that. But you do need professional, and strongly recommend a professional installation. So because you don't want to screw around with brakes and wheels. If you don't install it 100% correctly, you don't want a potential problem. So, you know, you can go to any body shop, and they will probably be happy to install it at a very reasonable price. So that's another one that I'm sure any Tesla owner will love, especially if they have gray wheels but regular brake calipers. It will definitely give that little sporty pop to the car that I'm sure they always wanted. So that's another one. Now, the last one is not for Tesla owners, but for future Tesla owners. And let me show you, this is a great book. It's called Getting Ready for Model 3. This is for your friends who have a reservation, or at least maybe thinking about getting the Model 3. And this book has a lot of stuff in it that not only current Tesla owners will probably appreciate, but definitely first-time Tesla owners and first-time electric car owners just must have. Because as you know, getting an electric car is a completely different experience. There are a lot of different things and very unique things that you have to worry about. So everybody who's, you know, really excited, you know, about getting the Model 3, they need to understand that there are a lot of things that they're gonna have to prepare and do differently than if they were buying a regular car. So this book is actually a great gift, and it will explain everything to them that they need to know about their future toy, which is the Model 3. And I'm sure they will not only appreciate it, but you will make them more excited about getting the Model 3, because maybe a little bit of excitement has gone away because it's been, you know, about a year since they put their name down on the reservation list. So this is a great way to get them excited again. Again, very affordable gift and very practical gift. All right, so these are my top 5 that I actually personally like, and I have all of them myself. As you can see, the first 4 that I mentioned, I actually have them installed in my car, and I use them every day, and I really, really like it. Now, every time you get something from Evernex, by the way, you get a few cool things like these little hangers when you're charging your car. Very cool. It's always good to get extra goodies for free, right? And these courtesy notices also for people, and you know, we all hate these people, right? Because they park in our spots. You know, it's electric car charging spots, and you know, the regular ICE cars just park, and it's really annoying. Let me just put it that way. So this is just nice courtesy notice tags that they have created for you, so you don't have to write your own. And I know a lot of you do that, and sometimes you get in trouble. So these are very nice. They come with every purchase that you make, at evanex.com. So go ahead, browse their website, but they have tons of other things. I mean, these are the just top 5 that I thought would make great gifts. These are the top 5 that I use myself. But there are many other accessories for the inside and outside of your car that you can find there at very affordable prices too, I might add, that will make your car better, prettier, and just more enjoyable to use. So check it out, but for now, I think I've solved your problem. I hope whoever you're getting this gift for is going to be very happy, and they will probably come back and buy more stuff because these things are really cool. All right, happy shopping.